appreciate your friendship and leadership, and it's an honor to be sharing this career conference with you. So thank you so much. I want to say thanks to that Mary Kay staff. Wow. Ariel, Steve, and Sandra. Please give them a round of applause. They deserve it. All their hard work makes us look good. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our top 10 units in the areas that were honored here for leading with excellence, and especially to our top 3 units, Betty McHenry, Michelle Cunningham, and Ann Sherman. We appreciate you so much, always leading the way. Thank you to my national area here with us in Pittsburgh. I'm representing that #1 national area here because of their performance this past year. We finished our very first year in the gold circle. We have just part of our area here right now, but I certainly want to recognize these wonderful women. Directors Becky Dale, Michelle Durano, Deanna Coral, Barb Springford, Lori Johnson, our daughter Natalie Margoni, future Executive Director Judith Cotton, and her offspring Candy Lucas, Beth Morales, and Stacy Murray. And to all the consultants in my unit and all of the consultants in all of these units, will you please stand so we can give you a round of applause. They are faithful women of integrity and discipline, women who work with excellence, and they always know how to have fun. So thank you, ladies. It's an honor to represent you. And to my husband Larry, he's not here right now. He is at home. My 95-year-old father lives with us, and we had help all lined up to stay with him while we were gone. And the lady texted me and said she was up all night with the flu. So Larry is at home taking care of my dad. My dad's a wonderful man, and my husband's a wonderful man. Larry has been such a support with me in my 30-year journey in Mary Kay. We work together as a team, and I'm happy to say we'll be celebrating our 36th wedding anniversary this year. So give Larry a round of applause. Hey, Larry. My journey in Mary Kay has been a joy. You know, God directed me to this job and has blessed me along the way. My background is music, and I graduated with vocal performance. I could have been your backup girl. Perhaps maybe you noticed that little vocal technique when we sang Happy Birthday to Kim last night. Anyway, I went on to got my teaching degree and also my master's in music education, and I taught school for about 5 years, and I loved it. I got my master's degree because I thought I'd be teaching the rest of my life, and I wanted to be on the highest pay scale. We had a 3-year-old daughter at the time, and I was actually pregnant with our son when my husband Larry got a new job that would require us to move from Pennsylvania. So see, I'm a Pennsylvania girl originally. And then we moved to Ohio. I wasn't sure what I was going to do because I thought that since my degree was specialized in the field of music that there would be no jobs available, and because I had my master's degree, I thought I'd be overpriced. But Larry traveled for a day with another salesman who was training him for his job, and this gentleman was a good Mary Kay husband. He told Larry about his wife who worked for Mary Kay Cosmetics and how she had just earned a car. Well, Larry liked that idea of a free car, so he came home and quickly suggested that I look into this company. I didn't think that I was a very good candidate though, because I told you I'd never tried the product, and I had bad skin going to the dermatologist, and we were going to move to from Pennsylvania to Ohio, where I knew no one, and we had these 2 small babies. But I did join Mary Kay March 25th, 1985, 30 years ago, just this past week. I bought full inventory. So fun. I bought full inventory because it was important to have a store, and I wanted a paycheck. But I was very busy with those children, the move, getting our apartment all situated, and studying. Yep, I tried to study every day. I read my flip chart over and over, and I read the materials that came in my starter kit. I was getting prepared. I wanted this to be a success and to bring money in for our family. My paycheck was important to our family's income. So I booked my perfect start with friends in Pennsylvania and put the product on about 20 faces. That was for that week, that 1 week. And then my sales were close to $1,000. And I was excited. I was the top seller of the week at my weekly success meeting in Ohio with now Senior National Sales Director Debbie Moore, and she was my adopted director. I booked another class, and this was with my mother's friends in PA. And my director came to help me because we had 20 women there. My sales were over $1,000. I had $1,000 day. I was so excited again, and I was a really superstar at my weekly meeting that week. Everything was going great with sales and bookings in Pennsylvania. The problem was we had just moved to Ohio, so I had to learn how to book with people that I had never met before. So Debbie would give us a challenge every week. One was to have 5 facial boxes out at a time. I literally built my business in Ohio using facial boxes. Another was to call 5 people a day for a facial. So I got on the phone book out and I made sure I called those 5 people a day. One of those people I called 29 years ago was a great hostess, a customer, and she's been a consultant in my unit for 28 years. Another challenge is to be a star consultant. Being a consistent star consultant led to me being on the company's Queen's Court of Sales year after year, like you just heard, receiving gorgeous jewelry. Another challenge was to be sure to attend seminar. I had no idea what seminar was, but Debbie told me to go, so I did. Even though I held my first class in May and seminar was just a few months away. I'm so glad I made that decision to go. I did what I was told to do. I didn't make excuses. I found a way to make it happen. This is where I saw the big picture and all the possibilities available to me in this new business of mine. I saw Debbie was a top producer in All-America and that I really should listen to her and try to follow in her footsteps. Debbie also told us to work this business at least 1 hour every day, 7 days a week, and it would make all the difference in reaching our goals. I don't have some spectacular story. My Mary Kay journey has just been one of me just deciding to treat it like a job. The first year was one where I worked around a 3-year-old and a nursing baby, trying to figure out how to meet people. I averaged about two and a half appointments a week, and I tried to schedule something, a facial or a class to be held every day. That allowed for postponements and cancellations, so my hours were probably about 5 to 8 hours a week. With that, we did earn a car within our first year. Consistency is key. That gave me a huge boost of confidence. The next year, through personal sales and team building, I became a sales director. And then the next year, we earned 3 cars, with that third car being that gorgeous pink Cadillac. And we had a third baby, who happens to be here as a director, and that's our darling daughter, Natalie Margone. I had no idea all of that was in my starter kit. I know all that sounds so smooth and easy, but let me tell you the real story. I debuted as a director in April of 1987, and 6 months later, in November, Natalie was born. And then in January, I had to go into requalification for my car. After becoming a director, I was enjoying life, and I recruited no one for 6 months. I was not leading by example, and our unit size dropped below 20. We needed to re-earn that car. Our finances were such that we couldn't go out and buy a car or rent a car. The only option was for me to requalify. So I personally went to work and started holding appointments. From January to May, my requalification period, I personally recruited 10 people, and we re-earned that first level of a car, that little Forenza that we heard about at that time, and then we requalified for the second level, which was a pink Grand Prix, and we did that 1 month early. We had momentum rolling. By that next September, just 9 months after deciding to personally go to work, and we earned our first pink Cadillac. From there, we went on to unit clubs, earning top trips, becoming an executive director, and then on to becoming a national sales director, celebrating our 2nd year anniversary in just a few days. National sales director really does stand for never stop dreaming, but it also stands for never stop working and never stop learning. The reason why we are asked to share our stories is to hopefully inspire you and to give you hope. Years ago at a leadership conference that was held in Phoenix, Arizona, I was a brand new director, and there was a party where we were taken to a dude ranch, and we got all dressed up in these Wild West costumes. Well, I have a picture from that conference with my Mary Kay girlfriends that I grew up with. That was Kathy Alou, Debbie Moore, Dawn Sweeney, Candy Carlson, and myself. Years ago in that picture, we were all directors. Now, we're all national sales directors. That should give you hope to know that when you stay the course, put the correct activity in, you too will become a national if that's what you choose to do. So some lessons from my story should be, number one, have faith. Faith that God led you here into Mary Kay. You were here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Faith in the company. You can see that the marketing plan works. A company that was built with a philosophy of God first, family second, and career third. And our motto is enriching women's lives. Faith in the business opportunity. Read the Applause magazine and see the checks that people are making month after month. And then dream about your name being in print someday. That leaves faith in you. Have faith and hope in you. Listen to those who are where you want to be and then follow up with